Alrighty, alrighty. Good morning, everyone. Today we are live much earlier than I should be because I did not have work last night. So let me just refresh my replay, make sure everything's operating normally. I did not have work last night. Excellent. Where are my buttons? Bring that up. Subnautica 2. So, where we left off last time, we had gotten basically everything done in Subnautica 2. We were starting to build the materials needed to restore the alien power plant. Go to the main live screen here. But I was not going to wait around because I had already been live long enough, and there's a lot of days when my schedule changes or something's going on and I stay online too long and then things become a problem. So we are going back into our save. And we're going to finish what we started. Obviously we got the stuff working here. Still haven't found what we needed for the thing, but that's its own problem. How much do I actually have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I got 10 Mangaloy, 5, I got 10 titanium. These should be making 1, 2, 3. All of the strontium that we need. 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's got to make 3 more. And then we will have everything we need to play around with the alien power plant. I actually want to get the tadpole. I want the Scout Ray chassis. Boink.
Welcome aboard.
Attach that. What am I stuck on?
Welcome aboard.
We don't need this scanning for stuff, so we can turn that off. Is that the last one? The picture's done. How much more? Okay, so that was the last one. That's 40 water. Still got a little bit of thing to go. We have one of our bacterial cultures. No new messages from Noah. So everything's updating today, which is kind of a problem. All the games I usually play, so I believe we got the Angel Comb adaptation. Yeah, we got Axum Vision. So we can manipulate the controls. I think I made the right minerals. If I didn't, I'll be quite upset with myself. It's also kind of unnerving how close we are to, like, the edge of the world. Because, like, everything here is a bit of an odd shape. Why does that have a blue halo? What the fuck is that? Okay, so here's that. There it is. And I will drink my water because I can.
Repairs complete.
Did it automatically pull from this? That would be...
Room cleared. Ready for
That's new.
restart.
It didn't used to do that. Okay. Before we do anything, we gotta come all the way down here. I've been doing so much World of Tanks, I'm gonna end up forgetting what the controls in this game are. Okay, so.
Hot water now flowing into turbine. Prepare all controls to restart power plant.
Pedals are open. Why are you going up? You're supposed to go down. That was loud. Go all the way down. I missed the opening. Now we gotta go all the way up here to the primary control room. Why are you making noises? Upper generator control. Okay. Got a bunch of different control interfaces. Blades aren't spinning yet. Maybe you have to turn this console on first. Come on. That's on. That's on. They definitely made this louder.
Power restored.
Jesus Christ. Now it quiets down. What does this say? Will we be able to read it from inside the thing? We gotta get... Or we gotta get a lot closer. New methane fire. Methane burner. Huh. Well, that was a lot louder than I remember it being. Sorry if that blew out anyone's eardrums. It kind of blew mine out too. This, I think, is the needler nest. Yep. What's... Ow! Hey, 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 fuck off. What are you? What are you? Are you things? You're not... Are these the tailings? No, they can't be, right?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Cryptor Orange, new Axum Orange growth. This is not a Cryptor Vault. Nothing useful to Axum is stored here. It will not save you or your spawn. It is a message for helpful aliens. For hope's sake, do not destroy it. Soteria. Stop shouting, you annoying... Stay over there. Observatory Museum. Today, Karakorum burns methane to power Xanadu. New telescopes are better. This old tower stands as a museum. Their observatory data. Door is open.
The observatory's water is enriched by oxygen bubblers. Please do not become accustomed to this convenience.
More than 200 years, which does make sense, I think. How many thousands of hours has it been since the other humans were here?
This is a map of the local solar system and nearby stars, including Pulsar. Matching to Transgovernment Pulsar database. Estimating distance from Earth. Results to
we've got to be that one, because that one has rings, and we're orbiting a planet with rings. That one doesn't have any planets attached to its rings. That one doesn't have any rings at all. The blue spot's got to be the pulsar. Hello, Digital. It is going well. I'm finishing up the primary story of Subnautica 2, or at least what's here now. Comet Axum Deep Technology Sea Death. After the 0 year, when the daughter fell from space, Axum fled to deep water. The telescope was destroyed. When the daughter fell from space. I wonder if that refers to, like, the Altera ship. Go up here to where it's a little bit quieter. For some reason, a lot of the sounds in the game today are really loud. What am I seeing that there's a scan thing for? Is it something on the orrery? Hang on. There's a little yellow dot, which is like something can be scanned. Okay, so it is up here. Oh, it's the observatory itself.
Analyzing. A tower of bioconcrete grown on an electroformed metal frame. The electrical system is designed to receive external power. Conclusion. The builders also constructed a power plant nearby, assigning alien species designation from TSF A-list. Builders designated Axum.
Looks like the textures on this are kind of wobbly, but...
Architects, we beg your aid. The world's trees are dying. Their angels cry out to us. The trees' roots feed the world, and the world feeds the trees. Each requires other, as we require you. But the roots are rotting. The nuclear heart dims. There is hope. Cross the great trench to Xanadu. Find the Veps. The tree's genes may live in them. Find the Veps. Renew this tree. Beware. Critters slumber beneath the trees. They fear. We leave them to your mercy. Analyzing message. The Axum language refers to the Titan-class lifeform on the horizon. As a world tree, there is an alien hibernation crypt below the world tree. Site designation: Xanadu. Site status: unknown.
Thank you for playing. You can continue to explore, build, and enjoy the world, but you've reached the end of current early access story and progression. So, the coming parts of the story, we get to cross a trench. Which, the first time I heard it, I wondered if it meant almost the space between this area and, like, the starting shallows. Yep, that's the game so far. Because, like, I wouldn't exactly call that area a trench, but that's a span. And I wonder... Oh. I'm probably going to swap over to my offline account or swap over to Hunter Call of the Wild because I want to do some hunting in that. But first, we're going to talk a little bit because hi, big guy. He's annoying. But I wonder if this trench connects to whatever they're referring to as the trench in the observatory. Because I've seen some people. I don't know how they do it. No, I'm good on Subnautica, thanks. I've seen some people like remove the fog and try to like peer through into the distance towards the world tree. Where is the world tree from where we are? I want to go away from Dave over there. The world tree is that way. The world tree is more to the north. And we are pretty close to it. Like that's kind of one thing I'm almost unhappy about. We seem almost unrealistically close to the world tree for we're supposed to cross a trench, get to the world tree. There's at least one alien site where we've got to find the Veps. No idea what the Veps are. If they're an intelligent alien species or if they're just an animal. No idea what cryptors are. If they're some kind of animal or an alien species. The edge of the world is like right over here. So that's fun. I don't want to go further than this because we're going to see the red blurry line and I don't freaking like the red blurry line. How far away do I have to go for... Look, that's all nice and bright and illuminated and this all is dark as shit. Ugh. No. Is that supposed to be broken or is that... Yeah, that's interesting. But, yeah, there's supposed to be some other update coming out relatively soon for the game. Because when they released the update that adds all the more passive biomods, the extra slots, there was some chatter online about them adding a new region and a new resource and either just new creatures or a new Leviathan. I forget which. But yeah, I imagine if this next thing takes us across to wherever the Veps are, or at least starts heading in that direction, we are going to encounter all sorts of new dangers. And then of course there's the whole thing about, did Nahima and Sophie Boucher know where they were going? Where did the Jubilee group go? Because they departed and came back. So something happened with them. And we still don't know really what threw the Sleep Bay 3 down into the deep. So that's also going to be its own thing. But I want to briefly show on stream what my off-stream world looks like. It's not that impressive. I've mostly just been like looking around for stuff. I think I've died a couple extra times. I have had fun with the game, yes. Yeah, see, in this one, we got the research for the wall hangers. I don't know how I missed these in my on-stream gameplay, but I've got a little bunk out over here. I've got another one over there. Got my little life pod. Got a room designated specifically for tadpoles, which I meant to make a haul chassis for. I don't think I've had enough for that yet. Got a marker for the hot caves. In a lot of ways, this is the same as what we've got for the on-stream thing, except in this I've got a biobed here too, because I came back and went across a couple of times, and I was starting to make stuff. And of course, I haven't touched this since they released the update for the new biomods, and well, not new biomods, the extra ones. The build system, yeah. The build system in this is... I have a couple issues with it, but mostly I think the build system is pretty great. Like, I'd love an option, and I know this is still like early access, I'd love an option to make taller rooms. Like, not just connect these, but like be able to build like vaulted ceilings almost. That'd be pretty great. Or like just have a rounded corner, because I don't think you can do anything to round the corners. Oh, gotta do the wrong buttons. Gotta scan absolutely everything. Whee! Get all the additional biomod slots.
Welcome aboard.
Now, on this save, I have actually poked all the creatures. So I got Pathfinder, the Chum Cloud upgrade, Dash, which is another... Pathfinder and Dash are the two ones you start with. Sonic Echo you get from the Collector Leviathan, a Sonar Pulse to highlight resources, a Parkour Tower. Yeah, I've seen people mess around with the original Subnautica doing parkour stuff, so it'll be interesting once this game comes out with what's it called? The Frog Chassis? What's the chassis that you get for the little tadpole in this game that's supposed to replace the prawn? Is that just the frog chassis? Whatever it is, like, it'll be interesting to see what people start messing around with. And I like having a window that looks at the original Angel Comb. This is just a nice view. We only got one thing. Passive biomods. That's more stuff. Bioluminescence, so I can glow in the dark. Not sure what the purpose of that is. If that's supposed to help with anything. Camouflage. Water retention from coral crabs. Dermal garden from the needler mangoes. Threat sense. I'm not sure we particularly need that. Homing sense, detect nearby bases.
Seek fresh water intake.
I will, thank you very much. That could actually be kind of useful, depending how many more bases there are in the game. Or especially if you're like... Because there was one base that in our last episode I found near the hot caves that I had totally missed in this save, and I had to go back for it. So homing sense could actually be useful. Oxygen control, pretty useful. Sea skimmer, that's the one that I typically have equipped, so I'm gonna pop that back in. Slow metabolism, food lasts longer, and then water secretion. So you got water secretion, water retention, you got slow metabolism, and you got dermal garden. So I imagine if you get all 4 of those, your food's going to last quite a lot. Your food and water is going to last quite a long time. Ah, yes, advanced batteries. That was another thing that I wanted to do. Can I make... That's regular glass. That's enabled glass. Don't have enough quartz. And I have those. I don't have any half moons. I only have a little bit of pulp.
Seek caloric intake.
Yep, thank you. I do have 1 tamaki. Only 48 power. Okay, the beams weren't working before, so I was kind of curious if they would function this time. Don't know why they weren't working before, but they weren't. So. And I've only got the 3 turbines. I'm gonna steal a couple little fish. Steal some titanium. Any quartz in here? Grab a bunch of quartz. And then I'll probably be able to make a hull chassis that I can keep on this side of the trench. My other base is way over there. It's like on the edge of the map, kind of where I was heading last time.
Welcome aboard.
Because I was hoping they'd extend the map that way. And also having the edge of the map like right there is useful at times, but... Okay, so I need that. And then that. Strontium. Okay, so I can make 2 advanced batteries. That. I want to have the wave maker or having this with an advanced battery might be more useful. And then that's full of batteries, so I would need to make another battery storage thing. And I do need 3 more titanium. And I have no idea how far I'm going to have to go to find that. Because in the original Subnautica, and it might be true for Subnautica Below Zero as well, like resources tend to respawn after a little while. And I don't know if they do that in this. Or at least they don't seem to. Ah, yes, the storage caches. Those were also a thing that was added in the last update. Okay, so that's enough titanium for our other... No, our inventory is full. How is our... Why do we have so much salt? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? No, never mind. We'll come back for that. That little eel-looking thing we just swam over was one of the sand spears. And there is a bot in chat. Fantabulatious.
Welcome aboard.
Processor. Do this. I'm going to throw gold in there. Gonna throw the partially used batteries in there. Don't need the copper, don't need the quartz, definitely don't need the salt or the silver or the titanium. Everything else is going to end up being consumed. Don't tell me this isn't big enough. Nope, wrong button. That one. Okay, it is the right length. Barely, but it's the right length. Why does that also seem a little bit like... Got the fans on and everything. What the hell's... I don't know, man. I don't know. But yeah. Ooh, wait, no, I got a third passive biomod slot. What do I want? Bioluminescence, homing sense, oxygen. I'm gonna give myself homing sense, I think. But, releases pulses? Why are you showing as something that has power? Because you don't have power. Curious. Just pops out down there.
30 seconds.
I hear a sound. I think it's that.
Oxygen.
Curtain Gorgon. Is there something else that we haven't scanned? There's still a lot to do in, or a lot to mess around with, at least in Subnautica. Like, I can build additional metal farms, I can still build additional bases. That's interesting. Yeah, the electrical pulse shows there. I never realized that the cable went into the rock. Ah, but it does gradually reveal.
30 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's super helpful. Yeah, for some reason these are still making noise. So something's got to be done with these, because those are bugging out slightly. But I believe... So I'm not fully ending stream. I'm going to cut stream here so that I don't have to edit the save files for my streams, so that I can just upload this as purely a Subnautica video to my YouTube channel. I have all my VODs on my YouTube channel. I'll be back in under 5 minutes with some Hunter Call the Wild, and we're going to be doing some Leighton Lakes hunting for a white-tailed great one. So, give me less than 5 minutes. I'll be right back. and we're going to do some Call of the Wild. Thanks all for joining, and I will catch you on the flip side.